What's up, guys? This is Nick the Saiyan here, bringing you another video game commentary of Halo 5 Guardians. Now, just before I actually start, let me tell you that I played I played one game of free for all, and I think that I did a pretty good job and stuff. But I wanted to be able to share this clip to you to tell you the do's and don'ts and stuff like that. Now, I'm not a very experienced player in Halo 5, but I want to be able to share some light on you about the things that you should know, what you should do, the jumps that you should take, to be able to become a good FFA player. Not the best FFA player, but a good FFA player. If you guys are not willing to wanna be bad at the game. So let's get started here. I can remove this damn display. Now here we have a FFA game of me, basically, it's just one random game basically. Now this guy wasn't really being too smart. He could have just ran away from that situation, I don't know why. I tried to take advantage of the situation and stuff like that. Now my shots weren't registering because I wasn't pretty much warmed up. It's pretty much my first game of the day. But you guys want to have to keep in mind that in FFA you really need to take advantage of the kills around you. Power weapons, etc. Map movement is very important. I wouldn't really say very important, but I would say on the top of the line that you would pretty much have to be aware of your surroundings. You need to make your map your best friend. Right here was a bigger mistake that I made. I recommend not to Spartan charge that far, because the thing is that when you Spartan charge that far, it doesn't really give you a big it doesn't give you a big advantage. Usually I Spartan charge and I dash out of the way to get a second beat down in, but there was a guy right behind me. He was unlucky, unfortunately. I powered that shit up at the right time, so kind of just trying to be aware of my surroundings and stuff. I noticed that there was a guy here. Wasn't really being... Yeah. You guys have to keep in mind that 5 shots to the head with a pistol is automatic kill. Then on top of that, this guy got duped completely. You guys gotta remember that 5 shots pistol and then 4 shots with the BR. So you guys gotta keep that in mind, stuff like that. Railgun should be pretty much your best friend, so automatic kill and stuff. But the thing about railgun that you guys have to understand is that railgun pretty much is best if you're pretty much distant, because if you're not pretty much distant away from the players, then it's not gonna make much sense you trying to charge it up when they're close. I would say some of the times, but I wouldn't recommend doing it a lot of times. This map, honestly, there's a jump on this map that I do, but I forgot to do it because like I said, it's my first game. There's a jump from where railgun is top mid, and I do that jump every time, but for some reason I forgot to do it because I was pretty much playing this shit. Right there, I got double teamed and stuff like that. Like I said, guys, you pretty much have to take advantage in FFA when it comes to people both being weak or get into gunfights and stuff like that. Stealing kills has been pretty much the best way to honestly win every FFA. You rarely get 1v1 fights, and I honestly wouldn't recommend you putting shots into someone like I did just there, because you're pretty much giving somebody the free kill advantage. Right there, he was retarded, so he just pretty much ran into the same direction and stuff like that. This guy, he was above me and stuff like that, but I don't know why he rushed. It didn't make any sense. I mean, he was just pushing me out of context. I thought these two got into a fight, so I tried to push as best as possible. Missed the fucking railgun shot like an idiot. This guy, they got into a gunfight. You need to take advantage of that moment. You know, things like that pretty much happen at a rare sense of timing. I wouldn't recommend pretty much getting into a gunfight with somebody and then trying to optimize whether to get the kill in between or not. I think you should take advantage right there and then. Right, that was my biggest mistake, trying to charge the railgun. That's what I mean by the disadvantages of railgun, because you actually have to charge it up. But I wasn't really being a smart player as opposed to like actually killing somebody with the railgun. Right now these two are fighting below me. I was trying to get an angle of going the window, because usually I jump the window to try to like Spartan smash like the shit out of them. But the thing is that I wasn't able to get an angle, so this guy actually picked up railgun, but the thing is, like an idiot, he kind of rushed back into like wanting to kill me, and it failed, as you can see. I was just kind of free roaming around the map, because the thing is that these kids weren't even playing smart, I guess you could say, because they were running around the map coincidentally. It may look like my shots are off, but it's because I have the reticule on the opponent. Right now I was getting shot in the back, and he got ninja right here, just to tell you. I mean, I don't know why he fucking ran over there in the first place. That's the one thing I don't recommend you guys doing too, is rushing. You only rush when you feel like you got the kill and stuff like that. I see too many kids in Halo, and even in Call of Duty games, any FPS game whatsoever, find somebody weak and they rush them. However, every FPS game is different. I don't recommend you rushing. The thing about that is the opposing enemy, who pretty much has like has an advantage on you, because he's defensive and you're offensive, and since you're offensive, rushing him, the person that has the defensive is gonna have a likely chance of actually being able to get a free kill, because panic nades are pretty much the new thing that is this guy obviously like he was trying his best. I could have killed this kid had I had my thrusters, but I wasn't able to actually get a good angle on him, unfortunately. And to be quite fair, like I really don't like this map at all. I really don't. I'm not really a big fan of Phantom. I think that like Phantom is pretty much like a bad map in my opinion. When it comes to FFA, but as opposed to team, I think it's alright. It's not that bad. But yeah, it's pretty much like if you are pretty much playing FFA, top mid control, and pretty much staying anywhere away from like pretty much staying away from bottom mid would be the smartest idea to do in FFA. As opposed to team oriented, that's a different story. That's something I will discuss in my other video whenever I get to finish. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate that. Like, comment, subscribe to my other videos, and I really am happy that I brought this video to you. And peace.